What dreams does God have for you? I want to share Matthew 7, 13 and 14. Enter through the narrow gate, for the wide gate is broad. For the wide gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only few find it. What narrow gate have you recently walked through? What wide gates have you recently walked through? I want to share a little story, as Pastor Dave kind of alluded to, but is a dream that I had. I travel a lot for work, and so I'm on the road. I listen to Moody Radio quite often when I travel. And so this particular day, I'd spent quite a while. I had to drive to Pittsburgh and come back, so I had a few hours of radio that I listened to. And that night, I had a dream, and it was about a radio program that I thought I had heard about a community that was reunited, a community that was really lost, and had come back through a program of reading through the Bible, or reading through the New Testament, as a whole community. Despite what denominations might be there, despite any other differences, it's just opening up the Bible and reading it. So the next day, I said, wow, that was quite a dream I had. And so I called up to Moody Radio and I asked them, what program was that? Because I didn't remember. And they looked and they searched and they didn't find a program on there like that. So I started sharing it around a little bit, and last January I did this myself. I'm not a big finisher, so I've tried these programs of reading through the New Testament, or reading through the Bible in a year, and I've never been able to seem to complete those. And so 60 days seemed like something that I could do. And so I read through the New Testament in 60 days. Come beginning of February, I said, this is a lot of work. And as I looked on the app on my phone, it says, I'm over 51% done. I said, well, this is easy. I can finish this. And so that's where this idea of the Christ Project has kind of come from. I ran it through our church. We've worked through our missions committee at Cambridge Springs, and through our deacons. And we said, let's see what the Lord has in store for this. And so the Christ Project is an anagram that I came up with. It stands for community, harmonizing, and identifying with Scripture together. And that's what this program is about. Not only just reading, but identifying how the overview of the New Testament has for us, what it has in store for us, and to identify that together and share it with each other, what the Lord's moving us through reading the New Testament. The Christ Project, its main platform of advertising is going to be on Facebook, and a lot of us are on the computers, online, keeping up with our families on Facebook. One way that you can really help get the word out is by liking our page. It's Christ Project of Crawford County, or Christ Project in Crawford County. And like our page, and then share the post that you see on there so that it will show up onto your wall. All you have to do is click share right at the bottom of the post. And then you can also suggest to your friends on Facebook how to that they should like the page as well. So I had a choice. When I had this dream, I had a choice about which gate I'd walk through. I could walk through the narrow gate, which would probably be a little more difficult, or I could walk through the wide gate and just kind of say, well, that was quite the dream. That was pretty amazing. I'm not going to share it. I'll keep this all to myself. I chose, despite all the excuses I made up to myself, I was too busy. Many of you saw my young family running around here, about ready to tear the whole place down. But I'm busy with the family, and I just, there's times throughout this process of getting it through our deacon board, and like a good Baptist church, you have to run it through the CE board, and then through the deacons, and then all the way around the church. There's times I wanted to give up on this initiative, but I didn't. I continued to push through, and God allowed that to happen. So as you can tell, I chose the narrow gate, and that's what has really blessed this initiative. I want to share another couple verses with you. James chapter 1, 18 through 24. But someone will say, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by what I do. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish man, do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Was your ancestor Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac at the altar? You see that his faith and his actions are working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. And this is probably the most striking part of this portion of the verse. It says, and he was called God's friend. We have lots of Facebook friends, don't we? I want to be on God's Facebook friend list. You see, a person is justified by what he does, not by faith alone. What dreams does God have for you? That's what I started out with. So think about that. What dreams does God have for you? What are you too busy for? What are you too busy to do? What are you holding God back from doing? If you're not sure, join us for the Christ Project. We read through the New Testament starting January 1st through March 1st. See what God has in store for your life. I thank you so much for your church's support and your help and guidance through this. Pastor Dave has been an incredible minister to me through this process and has really encouraged me to really push, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much.